Hi, I'm Elspeth. I'm a virtual member from Wales, UK, and I've been asked to do a video about myself and why I've become a member of All Souls in Tulsa. There's me, aged 4. I grew up in London, and when I was a bit older, I went to school on the other side of London, in the East End, where about a third of the girls, it was an all-girls school, were Jewish, and I learnt a lot about Jewish culture, which was, in a sense, my own culture, because my grandfather was Jewish and I had grown up very aware of that. It was very important to me in those years, not that long after World War II and the end of it and the recognition of the Holocaust. So at 16, I left school. I got a low-paid job and for some years was pretty poor, often homeless. Life was pretty difficult. I didn't really believe in anything. I'd been brought up by atheist parents. I'd learnt about Christianity. I'd dismissed the idea of an old man on a cloud telling everybody off. But I did go to church sometimes because I loved the music of evensong. I sang in choirs. I just loved that music, and I still do. So by the time I was into my 40s, I was going to evensong quite regularly, and I'd found out that churches didn't necessarily teach about an old man sitting on a cloud, that there were a much wider range of ideas of what deity might be. And I actually became a Christian. A couple of years after that, I started getting the feeling that being a Christian actually asked something of me. It challenged me in some way. I was supposed to do something about it. Just turning up in church on Sunday wasn't actually enough. To my amazement, that turned into a process, and I trained for 2 years in a theological college and was licensed as a minister of the Anglican Church, which you might call the Episcopalian Church. So I didn't last very long as a minister. They shouted at me all the time for preaching social justice. And what do? I started going off on protest marches and representing people in court who had been deprived of their benefits that they were supposed to have money to live on. I did all sorts of things. And amongst them all, I ended up doing a service for a Unitarian church, which meant that I had to resign my ministry because the Anglican Church wouldn't accept that. So I ended up without a church to go to. There aren't any churches around where I live where I wouldn't be just completely blocked out by theology that I can't live with. I go to the Quakers, where I'm made to feel very welcome, and I need something more. I need a service. So I went looking online and I found Tulsa. And so here I am.